It's another beautiful day. I think it's about 4:30. So I just finished the first 4 miles. So now I'm gonna finish the last 9 miles by myself. So as usual, I'm amazed about the whole thing behind yoga. What it has done for me the last couple of years, just practicing yoga every day and meditating. And this is actually a lifestyle, every day to meditate, go for a run, and especially during this situation that we're in right now, I think it's necessary, shall I say, and it's a way of sending energy of healing to the whole world. So it's easy 30-mile meditative jog this morning. We're running every day actually. Actually, please, subscribe to my, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've been sharing a lot of my running lately, running every day. I've literally done this for over 10 years, but it took me a long time to actually start coming out. There was a year that I actually ran over like 7,000 miles in 1 year. That was a great challenge. It was amazing. And I think that time too, I was going through a divorce, and it is amazing how, for me, I got over my divorce. I knew I wasn't going back to my ex-wife when we separated. And one morning I went out and ran 62 miles. It's funny, after that 62 miles, I got over that relationship. And for years, a lot of people don't understand it, but I already made my peace that day. I think it's about a couple of months after the breakup, I went out and I put in 62 miles that day. I got rid of all my anger, and I was able to take a look at myself and realize, despite what happened, it is my fault. I was able to take on my own blame without putting all the blames on her. But I just think 62 miles, that was it. And I, to a lot of people, especially for people who don't live that kind of lifestyle, it doesn't make sense. For years, people say, "Oh, you still miss her?" I'm like, no, I've gotten over it. I literally did. After 62 miles, I can look at myself and just smile, and realize I made some bad choices. So 62 miles, that's all it took for me. So, and since then, I just been, I've been just running and meditating, studying, how to re-educate myself. And during that re-education, it's almost like it looked as if I was moving backwards. Because when a lot of people that you start out with, or friends or family that you start out with, that you grew up with, that you move to another country with, when they begin to move ahead financially, and all you do is get up, meditate, read and run, and talk about some health stuff, it can be challenging because everybody's making money. And you talking about this found self-belief that you actually just adopted, that you want to read, and it just doesn't make no sense. Many years ago, someone had told me that too. I would literally think that they're crazy, chasing a career, you just want to read and run and study some yoga. Now, tell me, what kind of a biscuit is that? That's what I'll say. But man, 15 years later, should I say, and 37,000 miles or 38,000 miles later, I can look back and say I never regret a thing. Because during that journey, I got to run a couple of 100-mile races, and that just changed my thinking. By the way, the grasses are turning green. That's me just tagging along, because since it's a meditative job, there's no rush in this thing. I just move my body. The only time I probably run a little bit is when I go outside and I'm in a 100-mile race. That's the only time I run. Other than that, this is the lifestyle. It's meditative. This is the way I say my prayers. This is how I speak to my higher self. This is how I speak to God. You name it, every single thing. This is me right here. This is how I do it. This is how I speak. This is what makes sense to me. This is what makes me become more creative. This is what allows me to be me. I never thought the day would come when I would be so proud of my African heritage. As a matter of fact, you would never catch me saying that one. But today I can actually look at myself and be proud of my traditional beliefs and know that that's who I am, because the last 15 years I have read and run and seeking this enlightenment. I literally live like a Buddha. I studied the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Bhagavad Gita. I was homeless. Check this out. And during that homelessness is when I find God the most. Because to be homeless, live in a shelter, and watch everybody just mistreat you, and be calm, be in love, and never ever felt poor but felt wealthy is the most amazing thing. Because during that time when I didn't have my, as a matter of fact, I still didn't have my own place. I'm staying with someone that's helping me out right now. So, and he's also a professional fighter. So, big up respect to 6'2" Swazo, how we met. He's an amazing young man. How, we've become mentor to one another. It's almost like a spiritual life coach endeavor that we're both on. So, and the most time that I felt God, my spirituality, my ancestors is when I wake up every morning. I had immigration issues. I have no income. But once I step my foot on this ground before my run, and I would say a little prayer. Oh, universe, I'm running this morning, but I have $0 to eat. Can you please give me some? And I kid you not, every time I go out for a run and I see a dog and I say hello, it never failed me. By the time I take a couple of feet, I will find money on the floor. And that's how I ate. It blew me away. And it started to make me look at life differently now. All my judgmental about people being poor disappeared because I was in that situation. I was raised with a silver spoon in my mouth. But to actually be in that situation and be functional was the greatest thing ever, because it made me realize how wealthy I am. Being able to be functional. Mental health is your wealth. That's what I'm going to talk about this morning, actually. Mental health, that is your wealth. And for me, I have plenty of it. It blew me away. To the extent that everything, which is so funny, this whole situation, that what is homelessness? What is not having? So I realized all those things are just something that I created in my mind. And so, like I always say, homelessness is a state of mind. Yes, homelessness is a state of mind. So, and we are all unique in a sense, in a way. That unique ability, we all have it. We just don't want to realize it. So, mental health is what I'm going to talk about today on my other channels. And I'm running every day now. This is a meditative jog. And I have no speed, it's just, I'm just feeling gravity. Anyway, the goal is just to feel gravity. So 13 miles, about 5 miles into it now. So, and I'm going to say, let's keep hope alive. Let's send good energy to get rid of this virus. And that way we will also, because I spoke to a lot of people yesterday while I was driving Uber. And to just hear their story really blew me away. Because it made me realize I have more that I asked for. Well, for the whole world, peace on this earth. And I just want to say, man, I love you all. And let us create a beautiful energy to this world. Let us take good care of it. That way, the people behind us will have something to fall back on. Like I always say, Alafia, Ashe.